the trillion-dollar Death Stars, the balance between advertising and subscriptions, the shift in generations from boomers and Gen X to one dominated by Generation Y, Z, and A, and the bifurcation of the media ecosystem into two major channels, corporate content and creator content. When you look at how to grade a business on a moving forward basis on whether or not it will thrive, not just survive, but thrive in the decade ahead, I take these drivers and turn them into 6 criteria by which I think we can look at a company and suss out whether or not it's going to be a very successful business, a moderately successful business, or perhaps a failure in the next 10 years.
We believe that Nielsen will continue to be the foundational currency for this year's upfront and beyond. So I think the right folks are getting engaged in the conversation, but we need to stay engaged in the conversation to build more trust and transparency and innovation in this space. It's exciting.
Things are kind of amazing. Things are great. If you love creative, if you love making television, right? And if you love getting your product out there to more and more people, you go beyond a golden age into a platinum age or a diamond age because there's so much content, there's so much opportunity for creativity.
The current transactional model really is not well suited for that. It's not, it's not suited to optimize around more specific audience definitions to really drive in data and analytics and drive out waste.
Every marketer has different needs, right? So that's why I think it's so necessary for us to be forging this much more innovative, present and future.
So the value of time in advertising for us is a super layered topic, right? And it requires us to first kind of question whether we need to make a shift in how we currently price and should we move from linear, right? So to something that's more reflective of consumers.
I think as we talk about the future of measurement, that attention should be brought into that conversation.
Give us a sense of why the buy and sell side of the industry should be excited about the transition. What new opportunities do you feel it's going to open up for the industry?
I think the era of single currency advertising is over. And I'm so excited for that opportunity. This year is the year that things finally have really started to shift.
In terms of what's exciting, I think we're at a moment now where we've got a lot of much needed momentum around solving cross-screen measurement, getting it right.
If we can actually just start measuring and counting and uncovering and shedding light on some of the things that we've been asking for a long time, then I think we're going to be in a much better place.
Generational thinking is a really powerful idea that's been horribly corrupted by a series of endless stream of stereotypes, myths, and cliches.
The one key idea, and it's the idea of starting points. Starting points.
I have a lot of skepticism for the way generations get misused in the market research and in the marketing industry. So a lot of what was talked about are very much sort of things I'm passionate about.
Why all this interest in Gen Z? Well, it's because they make up 20% of US population currently, and they are the most diverse of demographic cohort in US history. And obviously this diversity is going to have an impact on how they think, feel, what media they consume, how they interact with brands.
So it's no longer just about the demographics or maybe some device information and getting that data after the fact, but literally having the ability to segment in near real time based on a whole new variety of dimensions and the behaviors around the stream itself.
I think about how we're gonna have to work together as an industry, how we're gonna have to try to find consistency versus fragmentation.
Everything seems to come down to a paradox. And I love what Radha said, which is, when you're in a paradox like this, it's not about being black or white, it's about embracing the gray.
I feel like identity ends up being so core to the measurement solution or often rolled into the methodology conversation.
Identity is going to be the construct that merges or integrates measurement, currency measurement with activation.
Marketers need heuristics. They need simple groupings, simple segmentations, and in a way, nothing is simpler than the age you were born.
Maybe
that the wealthiest segment is the old for your product, it may be the young, but if your ad doesn't change their buying behavior by getting them to convert, then it's not going to be profitable.